So, Hellboy, the 2019 reboot. I have not seen the original Hellboy, so I have no feelings towards Hellboy at all. I haven't seen Hellboy, and I have not seen Hellboy and the Golden Army. I wanted to see this in theaters because, well, I enjoy a good, gory action comic book film. Then the reviews started to come out. The first trailer got me really interested in it. Then the reviews started coming out. I didn't read reviews. I didn't watch a lot of reviews. All I know is that this film was not supposed to be very good. And it's not very often that I go down on release week and rent a new release anymore. Since I get like review copies and buddies give me digital codes. Thank you so much. You know who you are. But Hellboy, I'm not going to go into the plot because that's the main problem. It's the story. But let's get into the good aspects of this film. And that's David Harbour. David Harbour really makes this film what it is. When he delivers on his dramatic portions in the film, he delivers. When he's supposed to deliver on comedy, when the jokes are actually funny, he delivers those comedic lines very well. The gore is good in here. The gore looks really good with the budget they had. This is a lower budget film than what I was expecting it to be. I think this was like $100 million. So not really low budget, but low budget for a comic book film that isn't Brightburn. Brightburn had like $8 million, and that made money. This one had like $100 million budget, and it bombed in box office. It made, with taking a third out, I think it made like $22 million worldwide. With what they had, they did a good job, but with the gore, it got really gratuitous really fast. And I get it. People wanted an R-rated Hellboy when the first Hellboy came out. And when the sequel came out, some people were still very imminent that we were going to get an R-rated Hellboy. Those were both PG-13. Again, I haven't seen them. I have nothing to compare this one to. I will sometime, though. I will sit down and watch those at some point. With this film, the main problem with this film is the story. They don't flesh out the characters. They don't flesh out the story real well. And with what they put in here, it just felt like they had one or two cool scenes in their mind, and they fleshed those out and made those scenes very awesome. Made those fight scenes sound awesome and look awesome. But they had to tie everything into this one story. And that's where the film falls flat, because you're kind of getting lost. Why does this scene need to be in here? You start to forget what the plot is. What is the plot? And then you actually see who the plot is revolving around. They try and throw a little twist in there, and it just doesn't work. The story is the problem. Again, the gore is very well done. David Harbour delivers. I believe her name is Milla Jovovich. I give her credit. She was not naked in this film. One of the first times in a while, I think, that we haven't seen her chest or anything from her. With this film, it's not 2 hours. It's 1 hour and 48 minutes. Then you have a mid-credit scene, which I thought that this mid-credit scene was going to try and set up a sequel. Good luck. You aren't going to get a sequel when your film only made $33 million worldwide and take about $11 million to give back to the theaters, and you made $22 million off of so you lost $78 million. No, more than $78 million. This film was heavily marketed. So the marketing budget is not with the production budget. You got to add maybe another $50 to $60 million for how much marketing this thing did. I saw it on TV. I saw it on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. Every single time I would watch a video on YouTube, I would get 8 out of 10 times, I would get the Hellboy trailer. And they marketed the hell out of this thing. It didn't help. The trailer, the very first trailer, to a lot of people were very weak, and that's why this film bombed. But it also bombed because of the critic reception. If we could have got David Harbour in a better film, if we could have gotten a better story, I think this film would have been very solid. But this story bogs this film down very, very much. And they don't flesh out the characters very much for you to feel for the characters and care about what's going on screen. There are three very awesome fights. One with this woman who is old and she walks upside down. The Giants fight is very good, and I really enjoyed the very last fight. Everything else was just kind of blah. Just a mediocre film. Not an F by any means. I've seen people rip this movie a new asshole, and I don't think that's fair. I enjoyed this film for what it was with the action scenes, but with this story, I couldn't get invested as I wanted to. Again, it's not a downright horrible film. It has good aspects to it. But with this new Hellboy, I didn't get what I wanted. What I got was just mediocre. I'm going to give Hellboy, the 2019 reboot, a C-. Stay tuned for my review of Alita Battle Angel tomorrow. I got the digital code. Thank you so much. You know who you are. I'm hoping to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood this weekend. I don't know if my buddy's going to be able to get off work because I don't drive. And my theater is not getting it. My theater is getting Annabelle Comes Home. If you want me to see Annabelle Comes Home, leave a comment down below. Give this video a like if you want me to review Annabelle Comes Home. And I got a ton of new reviews coming to you. We'll have Hobbs and Shaw next week. We'll have a lot of stuff coming to you, so stay tuned for Alita Battle Angel.